Well, hello everyone. I'm Melanie and I'm from Austria and I did my own business, Mahalo Yoga, just with opening of Corona. I want to talk to you about how the change from Hugo Boss into Yoga Pants helped me to create a successful business. Being in the hospitality industry for the last 23 years as a woman in food and beverage, working for a lot of great companies, Hyatt, Shangri-La, Mandarin Oriental, as well Mandarin Oriental Hong Kong, where I learned a lot about the business. And I think where is our biggest challenge with moving into the yoga business or with any business that we want to open is how we are approaching it. And I've seen that everything that I've learned in my last 23 years is now actually coming to fruit. Being from a waitress becoming to a director of food and beverage, you learn a lot through the way. And right now it's exactly the same growing. What I want to share with you today in this presentation is what we have to look out, how the change are coming, and especially our personalities, how important they are in today's business. Because everything is about engaging and being with people, inspiring them, motivating them to do something new. And all of my career, this is exactly what helped me to transmit now into my new business with my yoga pants. Okay, I will end in the end of the session, I will open up for questions. So please do think about if you have any questions of how I could help or anything that you would like to ask me. I'm happy to answer as long as I can. Now let me start. Okay, so around my 40s, now I'm 42, I decided to take a break. Working 16 hours every day, being successful, running a great hotel, having a great team with me, brought me to the time where I said, like, it's time to do something what I really want. And I had this burning and always in me that I want to do something different, that I want to do something with teaching. Within the whole career, I never thought that it will help me now of being a yoga teacher, to use all of the things that I learned to incorporate them. A lot of yoga teachers in the beginning are struggling, and we see a lot of not succeeding. How do we get business? We are having no plan. When I'm talking to people here, within the last 4 months, I have achieved more or reached my goal, what I wanted to do, compared to my lovely colleagues here and to my fellow yoga teachers. The most important I've learned is that you need a goal, and we all know that. But how? What do we set ourselves as a goal? You know, where do we go with this? So we break it down into baby steps, and we are making our to-do list. It's very easy, but it seems easy to me because I did it all of my life. But it's not that easy. You have governments and regulations. Even as a yoga teacher, you need to have your insurances ready, which a lot of them out there do not have, especially in Europe, because Europe is still another level of teaching yoga, and yoga is seen in a very different way over here in this part of the world comparing to Asia, where I lived the last 12 years, 13 years. Finding out what you really need, how to make your own business plan, what is your goal, how many people do you want to have? So all of these questions are very natural for me, but this is where now I can say, thanks to my business career before, that I know exactly what I have to do. I started off with going to all of the government official sites, find out what permits do I need? What can I do in Austria? In which category do I fall in this place? What insurances do I need? I think these are the breaking 5 rules that you need to know before you're really starting something by yourself. It's always easy just to open and to say, like, oh, I'm here, I'm a yoga teacher. And I think we all do live a bit in this world. People who would like to come and join us will come and join us, but it's not that easy. You need to get your crowd. And how many teachers do we see struggling in this world? Once I had all of my information of what I need to do, which insurances, what permits I need to have, I changed over and I said, okay, now I know what I have to have. What is my goal? What is my business plan? In the meantime, I helped about 6 different people here to write their own business plan, to know what's the money that we want to make. How much do we need to make to break even? Why is it important that we have numbers in front of us? Within the industry of hotels or any industry, we all know how important it is to have a business plan and as well to come as close as possible with it, to be realistic. How do we see what is realistic? What market research do we need to do? I did definitely the first 1 month or 2 months, apart from all of the government things, I did research all of the other yoga studios. What are they offering? What is their pricing? How many people are going to come? I went to different yoga classes to do my market research, to find out what we are doing. What is the offer that is out there? How can I set myself up with my own unique selling point? It is really hard in this industry. It's such a spread thing, and we all love to teach it. But the most important in yoga is your personality, right? So I went to all of these different classes. I saw what they are doing. I calculated down what is the offer, how much money, can I make, what is realistic in my pricing. You don't want to go too low. You don't want to go too high into the market, but you need to know your own worth. I think one of the best things that I learned as well is with all of the marketing side is that you really need to have a targeted plan, that you have to work out, okay, in the beginning, what's my beginning offer? How long am I going to run it? What am I going to do with it? Now, today with COVID-19, it's even crazier. It's a meat market out there. Everyone is going online, and you can see the sustainable yoga classes are the ones that have marketed all the way through, started straight away, and started their own thing. It's the same with me. I started to have my own yoga, my own website, my own Instagram, of course, Facebook, we know all of this. I have as well an app where you can book your classes through. In Hong Kong and in the rest of the world, it's Mind, Body, Soul, which is a fantastic app. But as well, joining these groups, you need to know, what do you want out of them? How are they going to market you? You have to ask the right questions when you're doing this with opening your business. Have a plan of what you want to know out of this app. What statistics do you want to know? How do you want to use the statistics? And this is really, really hard for a lot of us yoga teachers, is to check, what are we doing with all of these numbers? It's okay, today someone's going to come, maybe tomorrow. People don't come so often. But if you really know when and what time your classes are running, this is really the thing that helps you to grow and to see, okay, a Tuesday is working really well. I have 20 people in my class. Hands down, on a Monday, I have no one in my class. It seems for a lot of you very easy, but it is not something easy. And I think this world, we need to just spread a bit our knowledge of the business part and put it into yoga. In yoga, we are teaching, it's said to us that we should pass on whatever we've learned from the philosophy. And it is very true. I did a lot of free classes now during this time, and it definitely helped me to grow my business. But I cannot forget that I'm an entrepreneur as well. I'm building up something in this country, which is not only for Austria, and hopefully which will launch all over the world. What else did it help me with? It helped me as well to stay calm and to stay focused. Being in a business and running all the time in business and having your goals and running into big walls, it doesn't break you. It makes you only stronger. So this is what we are here for. We cannot be let down just by giving up by the first wall that is coming in. We need to see and analyze, what is it, what we did? How can we make it better? How do we get to the next level? How do we get the next yoga student into our class? What is it really that is inspiring them? You're the one. You're the best person. Yoga pants or Hugo Boss. It's all about you. and how you are going to grow within this business, what you're going to give your people from it. Now, with the marketing side, do not forget that you have to have your Instagram posts ready. You have to have your Facebook posts ready. Start a YouTube channel so that you can teach people and give them a bit of free content. Because once they see you on YouTube, is as well that they're going to say like, hey, I like her teaching. I'm going to come to her class. A lot of people said to me like, are you not worried about the haters? If you're worried about the haters, where are you going to go in this world? You never can worry about the haters. The good thing about the haters is they're going to talk about you. And the more they're going to talk about you, the more people will know about you and about where you're teaching or when you're having your own business. Another thing that I try to do with now with COVID-19 or just before is coming up with something different. And it is that you can come into people's houses, not as a private teacher only for a high rate, but get a small group. Try to teach 4 or 5 people in someone's home, outside, on a terrace, in a garden, and get the money from them. And this is really a new thing that people really, really enjoy doing here. And I think it's everywhere in the world if you're 2 or 3 people, but we all know we are charging a fortune for a private class. Maybe we have to revisit that and make it more accessible for people, that they can do yoga in a smaller group. Of course, you know, thinking back of Hong Kong, we only were 8 or 9 people because the rooms are not big. But then when you're thinking of some other big cities like Jakarta or Shanghai, you have sometimes 30, 40, 50 people in a yoga class and you're all standing next to each other squashed. Now, if I have the opportunity of paying that extra dollar to say like, oh, we are a group of friends, 6 people, let's do that, there you go. And you would do it because you love what you're doing. You love the community, but there's nothing better than doing that with your friends. The other thing that helped me with my changeover from the hotel industry into yoga was that no matter what is coming, you always have to be open for change. So often we have plans and we say, this is the way we're going to go. We need to be open for a change. Like now with COVID-19, everyone had to change over to online, and it's for sure going to impact our business. But still, we cannot forget that the human contact is the most important part in the whole thing. Change will come every day. You're going to fall. You're going to do classes where maybe only 3 people show up. You're going to do classes where only 1 person shows up. As long as you're there and you're ready, this is the most important. It's the same, you always have to stick to your plan. If you say you're going to teach at this time, no matter how many people are going to come, never cancel your class. Because it's about the continuing. It's about being strong, being reliable. You as a yoga teacher have to really be that strong person in front of everyone, no matter how many people are there. And yes, it can be frustrating if there's only 1 or 2, but it's the same like when you're going to a restaurant. You go always to a restaurant, you know it's closing at 10 o'clock. And now, one day you're coming, it's a Sunday evening, maybe business wasn't that great, and they closed at 9 o'clock. Are you going to go back? You're not going to go back to that place. And it's the same with you when you're teaching. You say you're going to be there, show up, be there, and do it for the time that you're doing it, no matter how many people are there. Another thing that brought a lot of support and help into this whole thing was, of course, the industry that I built before. And it helped me how to talk to people, how to build connections with people. Never underestimate anyone that you meet in the street cannot be your next helper. Always be open to receive all of the good things. And always be as well there, you know, to, how to say, be always the yoga teacher inside and outside, but we know that. We are always on a show. We are always on a platform, not on a show. We are who we are. And people would like to know us. I think the biggest challenge that was for me changing over, before already I was a lot in a public eye. Always front of house, articles in newspaper, within the industry, being a woman in a very male-dominated world. But now I changed exactly the other way around. I'm a woman in a very low male-dominated world, and there is 10,000 other million women who are doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing. So you cannot forget that you're unique. And no matter how many people are there outside of you, that you have to do it your own way. And make it sure that you're taking it from a business side, that you're having your plan in place, that you're doing your numbers, that you're reviewing your numbers, that you're doing the analysis. Of course, we talk to people, but do we really talk to them in the way of engaging with them and asking them, what is it that you want? Do you enjoy that class? Do you enjoy that environment? In the beginning, I think these are the biggest things what you have to do. Your market research, talking with the people, getting their feedback, incorporating their feedback, good and bad. And as well, always looking how you can grow yourself and learn more. These are the things that really helped me in the last 4 months from zero to come up. Now I'm teaching classes. Now I'm teaching classes here in Austria.
换走
Where?
换走。他这个房间量过来。量过。
Where we are.
换走怎么说？换走。
Where we, sorry for the interruption. Let me continue. In Austria, I'm teaching now classes already with 20 people. Outdoor. Now that we are ready to teach outdoor, we are allowed to teach outdoor. So this is what I'm doing right now. And it only helped me with all of the strategies that I learned from my times in a hotel to bring into this business. So what I want you to go away with in this, or what I'm open to have questions, but what I want you to go away with is whatever knowledge that we are having, please use it. Build up, make sure that you're having the right foundations, make sure that you know your market, make sure that you know what is expected from you from the state side. What licenses do you need? What insurances do you need? So many yoga teachers fell into big debts because they didn't have the proper insurances. So be aware, get yourself everything set up from the beginning, because once you're starting to teach, life is just rolling on. And if you don't have a plan before what you're going to do, when you're going to do it on Instagram, where you're going to maybe film, or what's your logo, what's your name, you need to be an icon in this for yourself. You need to have your own label, your own logo. If it's your name, it's your name. If it is something else like me, Mahalo Yoga, it is, think about it, what it means, because people will come up to you and ask you what it means. Build up on that, incorporate it, mention it as often as you can. Have it everywhere seen. Always stick with one logo. Don't change through. A change of a logo can cost you a lot of followers, can cost you a lot of your word of mouth, a lot of your recognition side. So working with all of these high branded companies, definitely, I'm more than thankful today to have that in my world and to be able to translate all of my business side into yoga, because yoga is a place where, yes, it's business, and it's very good business, but we cannot forget there's so many people out there. You need to be yourself, and you need to do it by yourself. And there's no one else here to help you. So think about your plan, make your business plan, do your marketing, go and find your people, and just be open, and life will bring you the rest. And never forget to go back and follow up on all of your steps. You know, how often do we start with something and we never look back and don't follow up? Follow up is very important. As well, always knowing what's happening, when, which month is good, what were the people that came, why are they not coming anymore? Just don't take it if someone is not coming and say like, oh, it's okay, this person maybe moved away. Do you know? Maybe went to another teacher. Why did they move? Where did they go? Always grow your people and have your community ready and take care of them and give them as well what they need. Maybe you all know that already, but I think it's a very challenging point when you're starting of where to start. Do you need an app to sell? Of course, it gives you more, it shows more, where you are and where people can find you. It helps you again with your marketing and with yourself. Are professional pictures important? Yes, they are. Yes, they cost a fortune. But without professional pictures, how do you look on your website, on your Instagram? Little things that you need to pay attention. And this is what makes you a successful yoga teacher. And this is how it will help you to be great in your yoga pants and have an awesome life. So what I would like to say as being the last in here, first of all, thank you to Michael and the whole team for this great opportunity of being here. I want to open to you guys if you have any questions about how to do a business, anything that you would like to know, please do ask me, and I hope I can help you with. As well, with all of these things now in online, what do you need? You know, everyone was so worried. What do I need as a equipment? How do I film myself? Use your iPhone and film yourself. It's better than anything else. Use your mobile phone. It's the best tool that you're having. You don't need to spend any money. Can it be better? Of course. But for this, you can all, you know, work with what you have right now. You don't need to spend always money. See what you have in front of your door and then use that and just upload it, post it, be happy with the content. It is very hard and you will learn a lot over the time, but this is the most important thing right now. So, and that's from me, you know, I don't talk a lot about these changes, but people are really coming and asking a lot of help from me because they see where I went from not being in this country for 23 years to now having quite a community that is following me and that is already coming into my classes. And this is what I wanted to share with you. So I'm very happy I left Hugo Boss behind and now I'm here. Does anyone have any questions? How can I unmute? Unmute all. Does anyone have any questions? No, I know it's very hard. No. Well, I think there's still 9 minutes left, but this is if we don't have any questions. And I think we, yes, please. No, no. So I'm wishing you, after all of this marathon, thank you very much. And I'm wishing everyone a lovely day. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you very much.